Hi there, stampers and crafters. My name is Tami White from stampwithtami.com, and welcome to my online class. Today we're going to be playing with Paper Pumpkin. Super exciting. It's always my favorite time when we get our Paper Pumpkin kits in the mail. Definitely the best thing in my mailbox. I don't know about you guys, but you know, anything other than bills is always good. So today, these are the awesome projects that we're going to be making. Not only are we going to be making these are the three that the kit makes right out of the box with instructions. So if you've ordered this kit through me, these are the ones that will come with the instructions, but I'm going to take it further than that. And these are three projects that I've designed, and 2 cards and a paper pumpkin box, a mini paper pumpkin box. So we actually sell these mini treat boxes that are called paper pumpkin box. So I'm going to show you how to make both the ones that came in the kit and the ones that in the alternate cards today. So it's kind of a mega episode. We've got 6 projects. We've got 1 kit. I know a lot of you are still waiting for your kits. I probably should have put a spoiler alert in the write-up there, but I guess you probably knew I was going to be sharing it, right? You wouldn't be here, right? Let's pop down to the table. Take a look at what we've got down here. So these are the projects that we're going to be making live in person. We'll start with these 3. These are the 3 that came in the kit, and these are my 3 alternates. I absolutely love them. I love them. So let me show you what comes in the kit. It always comes in this cute little box. It is Bouquet of Hope is the name of this one. And do a little balancing act there. I was hoping I didn't trip and fall. All right, no, because that would be really sad if everything went everywhere. I just wanted to lay it out for you guys so you could see what comes in the Paper Pumpkin box, especially if you're new and have never received one before and are wondering, what is this all about? It's awesome. So subscribe by the 10th of every month. You get this awesome kit every month. It's different every month. A lot of times they give you a kind of a hint of what it's going to be, but they don't tell you what it's going to be. But they are showing us what March is going to be. So I will show you that later on in the video. So stay tuned. Don't want to miss that. So here's the kit. And this is what comes in it. It makes 6 different cards. So we've got 3 of each. So we've got 3 card bases. We've got overlays here. We've got some die cuts that are really, really pretty here. And we've got the stamp set. And I think, I'll try to hold this up, but I actually think that you'll be able to see it better here. Oops, sorry. But I should probably tell you that there is a free PDF, yes? So for the alternate projects that I'm making, you can download that at the resource page at stampwithtami.com by clicking on the link in this video's description. But that isn't the one I wanted to show you. This is. So here you can really see the stamp set a little bit better than if I try to hold it up to the camera. It's a beautiful stamp set. It's got nice font. It's a sympathy set. It's there for encouragement, for hope. Bouquet of Hope is the name of it, so that does kind of make sense. And right here is the supplies. So these are the supplies that come in the kit these are what I'm showing you now, but I do think it looks better on the table. I mean, the picture is nice. It shows you a little bit. So every month there's a stamp set. So it's a great way if you're a new crafter to build on your supplies. You get a different color ink spot every month. And the ink spots are the same as our Stampin' Up ink pads. They're the same color family. And you can re-ink them with our re-inkers. This month it's Mossy Meadow. So it's a great way to collect them as you go. Mary, I don't think your Paper Pumpkin kit is lost. I think I haven't seen anybody else get theirs before yesterday, and it usually takes a week and a half before they get out. So I know I got mine early this month, and it's random. It really is. Like, sometimes I'm the last one on the block to get mine, and I get it a week after everybody else, and sometimes it gets early. Nobody's name gets bumped down the list. It's random. It's random what shift they go out in, and it's random if there's issues, like, you know, there are a few weather-related issues with the post office, so all kinds of factors happening, but I was happy to get mine before our snowstorm today, so yay. Okay, so back down to the table. We've got some fun little stickers here that came in there. There's some die cuts. Look at these. These are fun. They're black sequins. And then we've got, this is Baker's Twine. So it's Mossy Meadow to match the ink. Baker's Twine right here. So if I can get that to focus on the... No, it does not want to focus on that. It wants to focus on our backdrop. Well, you get the idea, right? It is cool. It's baker's twine, so it's thin. We'll use it so you can actually see it in action. There we go. And it always comes with adhesive. So the only thing you really need when you get your kit is like a pair of scissors, which, I mean, I think everybody's pretty much got some kind of scissors somewhere, right? We've got mini glue dots. I'm actually going to use my snail today instead of these, but if you didn't have tape or adhesive, those would work. These are dimensionals. I always give you extra. It's well worth it. It is so worth it. I love getting these kits. I love playing with them. I love making alternates. And I also do, and not only did I get these beautiful alternates, I also have already designed my PPX card. So if you ordered this from me this month, you are also going to get my PPX projects, which are 6 additional alternate projects. They're just for the people that have subscribed with me this month. And mine is awesome. I fell in love with it right away. I was like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, so with that, let's tell you what our prize patrol is today, and then let's get started with the crafting. I'm giving one away. If you didn't get it, if you did get it and you want more, simply drop a comment here in the comment section of this video on Facebook or on YouTube. So this is a comment entry, Facebook video comment entry, or a YouTube video comment entry. I'm live on both Facebook and YouTube, so you can pick your favorite and go with that. And I will be drawing the winner on March 3rd. So one lucky winner is going to win this kit, this awesome kit. I don't know if we were going to have refills or not for this one. Usually if there's refills available, they'll I think they'll be in my online store soon. I would say in the next couple of days. So we'll know more then. With that, let's get started with our stamping. So, and you know what, I did say there's a free PDF. You can download that on the project's resource page. So you can click on the link in the video's description or go to stampwithtami.com. And if you click the videos tab there, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of free video classes there for you. All kinds of fun. And if you click the Paper Pumpkin, you can see specifically the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years of Paper Pumpkin projects and alternates and all the fun that we've been having with that. Gotta love it. Okay. Yay! Judy got hers in her mailbox today. So let's see. I'm not even gonna. These come with the instructions. I know sometimes I try to read them so that you can kind of, when you're looking at it, go in order. But I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna roll with this today. I'm actually just gonna go by sight. And so they may not be exactly in order, but you're not gonna need these. So just toss those out, right? Because I'm gonna show you how to make these. So we've got 3 card bases here. Let's just go ahead and fold those up. They're white on the inside. They're printed on the outside. We've got 3 different colors here. Fun color schemes. We've got basic black, bumblebee, just jade, merry merlot, mossy meadow, and rococo rose this month with our those are the colors that match the kit. Oops, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to stick my head in the way there. I'm reaching across the table. All right, so I'm just going to push, now that we've gotten those ready, I'm going to push them aside and we'll start with our stamping. We're going to stamp labels. There's 2 labels that came in that kit. Sorry. I grabbed them and then I covered them on the table. So we'll take one of each. Actually, you got a couple of extra of these too, so you can play with those for your alternate projects as well. I'm using my full-size Mossy Meadow just because I didn't want to open my spot. I wanted to save that. So I'm going to start with Sorry for Your Loss. And we'll stamp that, so Portrait, the long way, on this label. And the other one is, this one is I'll Always Be Here For You. Just more thoughts and encouragement. If this is your very first kit from Paper Pumpkin, the very first time you've ordered, you're going to get an acrylic block one, and then you can just peel the stamps off and on the block. Obviously this isn't my first because I don't think I've missed any. I think I have every single one since they very first started, which was 4 or 5 years ago. And I absolutely, obviously I love them because I cannot wait to come on here and play with you guys and start our stamping, right? So next up, we are going to let's see. I think we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of assembly. Actually, I think we can go ahead and put our base panels down here. So on our, I'm drawing a blank on this Rococo Rose. So this is pretty vellum, right? The gold framed vellum. So a tip on the vellum, if you're using the glue dots or if you're using a seal adhesive like I am, which is double-sided tape, make sure when you put it, and I'm just putting little dabs instead of a full strip here. Sorry, I just want to put my silicone mat down so I don't get the table all sticky. I'm trying to put the little dabs in areas around that frame or glue dots. I would do the same if I was using glue dots here, where it's going to be hidden by the pattern, because it will show through. So if you do a long strip, you will see it. If you do little ones like that, it blends in with the background and you don't notice it. All right, so let's go ahead and move that aside. We're going to, oops, I want to keep my, these are, how beautiful are these? They're like doilies, right? Like floral die-cut doilies. Absolutely, the glue dots work, Cindy. Yes, absolutely. That, in fact, it came with glue dots to use. I'm addicted to my seal adhesive and I use it on everything. So that's why I whipped it out. But yes, it came with glue dots and glue dots will work. Again, like I said, even glue dots or seal or even liquid glue, whatever you're using, make sure that you put them underneath a busy area on there just so that the vellum doesn't show through. Okay, and let's go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back of these labels because we can go ahead and stick those down too. I'm with you. I'm totally with you, Mary Beth. I love the vellum. It adds just that little special something something to your project. And this one with the gold foil in it. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so we've got a label here. I'm not the only seal addict out there, huh? That's funny. You say seal addict and you think, well, you know, I love the singer seal or the animal, the seals. But no, I'm talking about adhesive. I love all those as well. But yep, we're talking about adhesive. Okay, so this one, and I put that on without showing you how to do, I'm going to peel that right back off again because I got a little too excited there without showing you how to do this baker's twine on there. So what they did with the baker's twine, tied a big loopy bow, a big one, out of this. So it's a lot of times I'll do them tight, but this time you want it to be really big loops there. And now we are going to use a glue dot. Over. I'll use the roll that I had open already. Oops. So usually I just like sticking those right down to the glue dot and then sticking it on. Usually that works for me. Okay, and then they put it this way, which, you know, to me it seemed like backwards, but then when I put the label on top, so it's like that, it really looked cool. So it doesn't look like a bow underneath there. It looks like loops. It looks like, oops, that wasn't straight at all. There we go. It looks like loops under there. So it's really cool. I don't know how well you can see that on the video, but it really does look neat underneath there. Okay, let's continue on. Let's finish up on this one. We've got these pieces here. These two go with the green card. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put some seal adhesive on this. It's going to be landscape. They are beautiful colors this month, Vicki. I totally agree. So pretty. Okay, now that's going to layer. I've got dimensionals on that, so it popped up just a little off from the side there. And then we're going to put some more dimensionals on the back of this big bouquet of flowers. And the big bouquet of flowers also matches the stamp. So the stamp in the set also has this Same image, just a little bit smaller, the image, so you could color it in, which I thought was really, really clever. Okay, so here, I'm going to put that at a little bit of a diagonal underneath, like so. Now we're almost done with these. We'll add the bling at the end. Okay, so now we're on to the Thinking of You, which I just think is absolutely gorgeous. Not that they're not all gorgeous, but this one I love. The words on this one. So let me just move these. I'll pop those out and get them all ready for us. So we have a sheet here of, this is actually stickers. They're very thin. This is very thin. In fact, and it's in 3 different languages. And what they say to do in the instructions is to peel the backing off of the entire strip. And then work with either your take your pick tool or a paper piercer, and that way it won't fold and buckle because they're so thin. I'm gonna take my chances here and just try to peel out the letters carefully. And sometimes when I do this, might even use my silicone mat there to prep it, to get it ready for the card if we need to. So just very, very gently. And if you get any of these extra pieces, let's get a piercer in here. Poke that out. Okay. All right, I'm just going to put that down for 1 second. I gotta be gentle with it. Just because I want to put one of these flowers down first before I do that. See, this little doodad, this one's going to have a dimensional. I'll go ahead and prep that. The other 2, one goes on the top, one goes on the bottom, and they're flat. Although, if you wanted to raise them, you could. No one says you have to do it by the exactly by the directions. In fact, sometimes, you know, like I play with my my alternate projects. They're completely different than what the directions say, because I like to go outside the box and do something totally different. Just to show the versatility and the different things you can do. And sometimes when you get the kit, sometimes people are like, it's not really my style, or I want to do something totally different with it. And that's why, you know, I love the alternates. I'm being very gentle with this Thinking of You, just so that, because we don't want it to buckle. There it goes. It's stuck to my finger. They do recommend that you use a tool, piercer, or take your pick tool, to keep it from, just because it's so thin, to keep it from buckling. And then once we got it down there, boom, right? Striking. And then we'll go ahead and stick this little flower on the bottom. And then we'll top these off, the very last touch. And these are the projects, if you're joining us late, these are the projects that came right out of the box. So this is just as the directions say. Maybe not quite in the order that the directions said to do it, but just as the directions say, these are done. Aren't they beautiful? This is the Bouquet of Hope Paper Pumpkin Kit, and I'm going to add some of those really fun glossy black sequins to a couple of the cards here, just because they need bling, and they've got matching envelopes. Because, you know, when you mail it, you want the envelope to be just as special as the card, right? So I'll put a couple up here. And there's 2 different sizes here. I'm kind of mixing them up a little bit as I go. And boom, our cards per the Paper Pumpkin box are complete. That is the Bouquet of Hope. This month is the Bouquet of Hope Paper Pumpkin. So these are cards as the kit instructions say. So I just wanted to pop down and if you have this kit, I do have the free PDF for you. I just wanted to remind you guys, you can go to stampwithtami.com, click Clubs and Kits and the Paper Pumpkin button, and the link is right there. Try to make it easy for you guys to find things there. And these are the supplies that came in the kit that we're using, and these are what I'm going to use to make our alternate cards. And I was talking about you need to subscribe by the 10th of each month in order to get that kit. So right now we're in the subscription period for March. March's kit, look how awesome this looks. It's called Here's to You. And as I teased you with earlier, they actually showed us what's in the kit. And you can pop over to stampwithtami.com to get a better look at this, a better look at these projects, but you definitely don't want to miss this kit. So subscribe by the 10th of the month at stampwithtami.com. You're even going to get a free stencil set that comes in there, and the sponge as well. And again, you'll get free PPX videos from me with that when you purchase a kit from me. Okay, so with that, I am going to pop back down on the table. Actually, I'll show you really quickly where we're going from here. Okay, so now that we've done these projects, now I'm going to share my alternate projects and how I made them. I loved this kit. I loved everything that came in it. And so I made 2 cards here and a gift box. I just whipped them up, and I'm telling you, I could have kept going. If I had the time to, I totally could have kept going. So this is a mini paper pumpkin box, and we actually sell these. You can buy these mini boxes. They're like, they're food safe. You can put food inside. I'm going to show you how I covered it. If you watched, if you are a regular on my videos, you might have a hint on that, because I did something very similar with the Hey Chick set. And I loved it. Paper Pumpkin gives you some alternate ideas on the back of the instructions every month. And one of them was this Paper Pumpkin box. And I was like, oh, let's do that. I wanted to show you how to do it. But they kept theirs white. The boxes are white. And I wanted to fully cover it. And then we've got these 2 cards. So with that, let's get started. I am using on these cards, I paired this with the Field and Flower Designer Series paper. So the Field and Flower Designer Series paper is a celebration paper, and it comes during celebration. You can get it free with a $50 order, but it's just gorgeous paper, and it coordinates very well with the colors and the design in this kit. So I have it here. I have at least one of each sheet here for you. You guys can see it. So the paper, each sheet, look at how beautiful these colors are. Each sheet is like a floral print on one side and then a pattern on the other. The colors are bright and cheery. The floral designs match the die cuts that are in this kit. So I used this to go with the alternate projects that I'm making. So if you place an order in my online store from now until February 28th, you can choose this free if you don't already have it as one of your free celebration items. After that, it's going to be gone forever. Celebration is leaving us, I know. Look at how pretty this is. So there's 2 of each sheet, and the colors in this Field and Flower Designer Series paper are, I'm looking at the back here, Bumblebee, Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, Shaded Spruce, So Saffron, and Whisper White. All right, so let's get started with the cards. Now, the first thing I'm going to do with the cards, and I went all the way back to the basics, just in case you guys were brand new. I know that I get some new people on here every time we do a new class, and they've never either made cards before, or some people have never even crafted before. Just saw it, loved it, and wanted to, see how to make it. So I've got a paper trimmer right here, my trusty rusty Stampin' Up paper trimmer, and I'm going to start with an 8.5 by 11 sheet of basic black cardstock. So we've got black cardstock, and I'm going to cut this in half at 5.5. Now there's 2 blades here on my trimmer. This one scores, the lighter one scores, the darker one cuts. So we're going to trim that right up. And then while we're here, I'm going to move those blades back and take the scoring blade, I just turned it, and score each one at 4 1/4. And this is going to give us our standard size card base. Lots of fans of that Flower and Field Designer Series paper. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Okay, so we've got 2 card bases to make our 2 cards now. I'll just put those aside for now. We'll come back to them. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some stamping. Somewhere in here I have another label. Sorry. No, not you. Not it. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to stamp the same sentiments here. And you can actually, there's a sentiment that you can use on the inside too in there. So we've got, I'll always be here for you on the long strip. Actually, you know what? I know why that wasn't there, because I wasn't using the label. I started to use the label and then I decided not to. So actually, I'm going to stamp that one again. Okay, so I'll put that one aside. Okay, so I cut a strip. And again, all the measurements are on that free PDF that I shared with you on the resource page. And the resource page you can get to by clicking on the link in the video's description. I tried to make it easy, but if you don't see that, just go over to stampwithtami.com and you'll find it there. Absolutely free, along with other information on this project. So I've cut 2 pieces of the designer series paper here to go on the background of our card base. And then I've also cut 2 pieces of Whisper White to go on the inside, because when you have a dark card base and you want to write or stamp on the inside, it's much easier if you have something, if you insert something light in there so that you can write without needing a gel pen or some other fancy thing. And don't forget, I'm giving one of these kits away. All you need to do is drop a comment on the actual video on either Facebook or YouTube. It doesn't matter which one you're watching live. And even if you're not watching live, if you're watching the replay, and you may be watching the replay, actually, more people probably watch the replay than the live. It will still, I still have the giveaway. The giveaway is until March 3rd. So you have until March 3rd to drop a comment to be entered into the drawing for the free paper pumpkin kit. Okay, so the only problem with designer series paper that's double-sided, that's beautiful on both sides, is it's super, super difficult to decide which side to cover up and which side to leave out. So I just, because look at how beautiful both sides of this paper are. On this particular one, I'm going to put a big bouquet, and so I thought if I use this beautiful side, it would be a little too busy, so I went with the polka dotted side, but man, that was tough. That was tough to decide which one to use there. So we've got our card bases. All right, so on this one, we're going to need a couple of flowers. So we're going to take our paper snips and just cut out a couple of these flowers from the paper. This is, I had done a poll recently on Facebook, and asking you guys, certain, things that you might be looking for, things, getting some ideas for future videos. And I know a lot of you said, I want ideas to do with my paper scraps. I've got all these paper scraps. What do I do with them? Here's one thing. You can actually use them to make embellishments and accent pieces to your cards. So I'm just going to trim out each of those 2. Alrighty. So next up, I did some die cutting. And I cut this label from a die set, and it's called Ornate Layers. And I have the dies here. I pre-cut it out of gold foil. So I used the gold foil on this one. And that's what the die set looks like. But actually, I wanted to show you the cuts in it. And here you can really see on one side there's the dies, and on the other side there's the cuts. So you can see how it cuts. It's just beautiful. When you're looking for that added something extra to do with your your projects, you know, for a label or something, that die set is just absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right. So that I pre-cut that out of some foil. And then I'm going to go ahead and take some seal adhesive and we will attach our layers together here. So this was from the kit, this polka dotted paper, but you could also use the polka dotted paper. You could improvise. If you didn't have the kit, you could use that designer series paper here. You can use the same die. You can improvise. Because there is a yellow polka dotted paper that you could use. Or if you ran out of pieces of the kit because you loved it so much. Okay. So then this is going to kind of hide up underneath my bouquet of flowers. So I'm going to want to trim off one side there. So it's going to kind of go on like that. So we'll put some dimensionals. Both of these have dimensionals on them, so they'll pop up. And kind of line them up like so. So then we've got one done, and then we're going to take this really pretty gold foil doily that came in the kit, and we're going to go ahead and put that down there. And you know what? I just realized I need one more flower. I only cut 2 and I want 3. So let's cut one more out. There we go. All this designer series paper has a lot of love. I see your comments coming in. I can tell you guys are loving it. Okay, so the flowers and the label, I put these all on with dimensionals. Oh, I've come to the end of my dimensional. I'm gonna give you a tip here, because I saved these from previous paper pumpkin kits, you know, and you want to get the most out of. You want to get the most out of them, right? Because I use so many of these. So go ahead and cut your edges up. And you can use your edges when you get to the end of your dimensional pack. You can never have too many. You guys would die if you saw my stash of dimensional packets. You need to practice fussy cutting. Well, I'll tell you what, this is very messy cutting. This isn't even, you know, fussy cutting is when you get fine details. This was not that. These are abstract flowers, so they were very, you know, it was just a very quick, almost like a circle cut there. Because they blend in, so they didn't have to be perfect, and they didn't have to be cut, you know, precisely like some things if you don't have a die and you have a very detailed image that you're cutting out. Now I wanted to add a little bling, especially to this one. So I'm going to take some of those glossy black sequins that came in the kit. And whoops, lost our sequin on that. Put them right in the center of the flowers. And if you wanted to, you could add some to this card too. So those are the 2 alternate cards, but wait, there's more. That's not all we have. So now we're going to jump into my last project, my last alternate project here, and that is the mini paper pumpkin box. So on this one, these are the boxes here. They come in a package of 10, and these are available in my online store. So you can buy these. They're a really good size too. Here's how they are in the store. They're called mini paper pumpkin boxes, and if you click through to my resource page, I have a direct link to them there. They're food safe, and they're good size. I have the measurements here, but you'll see it as I put it together. You'll see the size. It's a good size. Before I do some assembly on this, though, I am going to. I wanted to cover the whole box rather than just a piece, put a section on the top or put a belly band on it, which you can do that. But I wanted to cover the whole box. So with that, I took a sheet of this gorgeous paper. I'm going to flip it over so I can see the light end here. And then I know this is old school, but it works. So then I'm just going to take my pen and just kind of rough, and you can see I'm really rough here on the outline and just trace it onto the back of your designer series paper so we can cut it out. Now, here's the tip. See these guys right here? It's very important that you cut those notches. Oops, I'm down low here. Sorry. See these notches? Make sure you get them colored. Very important that you cut them because otherwise your box won't stay together. So when you're done, you've got your template here. And when you have your template all made, you're going to want to trim that out. Ta-da, which through the magic of video, I have one all cut here for us. But, and mine is a little bit, this pattern was different than the one I just did, and it's darker on the back, so it's really hard to see my marks here where I just created the marks for the slits. But I'm going to show you how I cut out. It's just, you just need the slit. Can you see that there? There you go. You just need the slit. It doesn't have to be beautiful. No one's going to really see it on the project, but you just, there's a tab that goes in it that keeps the box together, so you need it to be there. So take your paper trimmer, line up the slit right here, and just cut it just a little bit, and then you can take your paper snips and just give it a little extra snip there. I've pre-done the other three for you. I just wanted to show you how I did them. So the slits are all cut there. We've got we've got 4 slits now. Now for some assembly. Now, for those of you who are liquid glue lovers, this would be the time for you to use it. I'm not. We're not friends, me and the liquid glue. So I'm going to move forward with my seal adhesive. I'm going to go ahead and slather the whole back of this designer series paper. Paying very close attention to the edges. Make sure that you get those right up to the edge there, which is why I've got the silicone mat here, because that's going to be key for making sure it doesn't lift. I know if you do choose to use your tape runner like I'm doing, it is going to use a fair amount of seal adhesive. So if you do like your liquid glue, this would be a good project to use it on. I go through seal adhesive kind of like I go through Stampin' Dimensionals. I got a lot. But hey, it's my job. It's what I do, right? I have the best job in the world. I get to stamp with you guys twice a week and make cool things and hang out with cool people. It's like the dream job. Okay, so I've got it on there pretty good. I've got that slathered pretty good. It's ready. Okay. So, take your box over your template. Don't press down too hard yet. Just kind of line it up. Like so. Once you got it lined up the way you want it, kind of looking at both sides here, then you can press down. Press it down good so it's stuck on there really good. And then we're going to take a bone folder and just reinforce those score lines so that we have nice crisp lines. Because remember, the designer paper doesn't have any score lines in it yet. We're making those right now because it was a flat piece of paper. Just burnish those lines. Okay, so once you got that done, we are ready for some assembly. See, that was quick and easy, right? And now we've got our whole box covered, so it's no longer a white box. Now it's a beautiful daisy box. I liked that so much better than just a little panel on the top. And I mean, a panel on the top didn't look bad. I liked it better when the whole thing was covered. So, no adhesive needed to assemble the box. And even if you didn't cover it all the way, here's all you need to do to assemble it. See these 4 tabs right here? Fold them in and take your side and fold it over. So there's these 2 little tabs here are going to fold over, boom, and then these, see them? 2 little tabs, they're going to go right into those holes. That's why we needed to cut those tabs out, because those little things needed to pop through. And that's it. Box is done. Like I said, very good size here. This is a pretty large box, so you can put a lot of stuff in here. It folds. I mean, it's called a mini paper pumpkin box because it's the same fold as the big paper pumpkin boxes that we get. And I know a lot of people decorate their paper pumpkin boxes. I know I have a lot of Stampin' Blend markers in mine. So that is, and if you're popping in late, I'm going to click over here real quick and tell you this was the field. Oops, sorry. Not that one was the one, not the one I was looking for. This is the Field and Flowers designer paper. Well, I guess I don't have it on here. There it is. Is that it? Do we have it? No? Oh, well. Maybe I can pull it back up again. This is the mini paper pumpkin box, but the Field and Flowers designer series paper that I'm using, it's Celebration designer series paper. It's only available for like another week, just over another week. Beautiful patterns on one side, beautiful florals on the other. I'm using this on all of my alternate projects. And then I took those ornate dies that I used on the originals, and I'm using those for this project as well. So I'll be using that for the background. Okay, so I cut that out of some gold foil. And on this one, there's actually no stamping. So we can go ahead and attach. I've got a Whisper White panel here. I'm going to attach to the center of that. Oh, thanks so much, Yvonne. She sells great projects. Thank you. It's easy when you have such a beautiful kit to work with. Oops. I need my snips here. Cut off some more edging here of our dimensionals. Some of you might be have been around the stamping scene long enough to remember our original wood set stamp sets that we had to mount ourselves. Every time we got them, we'd have to cut out the stamp and put it on the wood block. But there was always leftover foam rubber pieces that you could use, and we used to recycle those and use them as dimensionals. True story. True story. So much easier now. We don't have any of that anymore. Okay, so once again, we're going to take our Thinking of You. Again, we're going to be really gentle with this because we don't want it to buckle. And like they said, they do recommend taking that backing off before you peel it. And I am just, I don't know, I'm taking risks. I'm being very daring. I'm doing this twice in a row live. I feel like my odds are against me. Take that paper piercer. All of those little pieces that are inside from the words, I'm going to poke those out as I go, I think. Thanks, Wanda. She says she loves the alternate projects. Appreciate that. I hope that this gives you guys some inspiration. If you want to do something different, I know the kits are beautiful just as they are, but if you want to do something different with them, there's some ideas for you. Copy or use it as a sounding board. Sometimes, you know, I can use other ideas and then just kind of make my own thing out of just taking some of the idea. So right there, that oof. The second time around is definitely not, I didn't do such a good job as I did the first time around. I felt like the odds were against me. Being able to do that twice in a row live, I was like, oh, that's not going to work. There's no way. going. It's the center section here is not. There it goes. Got it. And then I've got a couple of little pieces that are inside the O's there that we're going to have to pop out. And okay, I think I got it. Whew, I was holding my breath there. Were you guys holding your breath? You're like, no, it's not my thinking of you. It's yours. Okay, so now go ahead and gently put that down. And again, you don't want to press hard until you've got it lined up exactly like you want it. And then you can secure it. Oh, there's one little piece. There we go. I think I got it. We have some nice dies too. I was thinking about playing with some of these nice word dies that have these fonts. I know I've used them before in some of these videos. I think that would look really nice here too. This just kind of gave me some ideas. I was like, oh yeah, I could totally. If the word wishes is one of them. Move that up. There we go. Actually, that didn't come out too bad. That was not so bad after all. All right, so let's grab one more flower. Which one do we want? This one. Okay, so the flowers are all going to go on with Stampin' Dimensionals. All right. But no, did not cut any more here of my edging. And they'll just go around the corners here. Oh, thanks so much, you guys. This is the mini paper pumpkin box that we're decorating right now. And then put some flowers up on the edges. And if you want to add some of those black sequins, they would look awesome here too. I also wanted to pull in here a couple of weeks ago. I did the Hey Chick. Do you guys remember the Hey Chick class? If you did not see the Hey Chick class, you can find this either on stampwithtami.com or on my YouTube channel. But so cute, right? So this is another mini paper pumpkin box that I wrapped to make it look like a wood box. So you can kind of see the two different ideas there. So fun. But both done the same way. Both done the same way. And this is the Bouquet of Hope paper pumpkin kit. If you guys love kits, you love having you love videos. I hope you love videos. You're watching and you're stamping with me, so I hope that you enjoy them. I have a Snailed It Fun Fold kit featuring the snail mail bundle and actually the whole suite. It's super fun. There's a waterfall card, double Z, easel card, and a stretch card. And I have a video and a kit available on my blog. Today's the very last day for this class. The very last day. So if you are interested, you can pop on over to stampwithtami.com to check that out. Also, today is, I'm sorry, not today, but this is the last week of Celebration. So I think what's today is the 19th. So we have 8 days left. February 28th is the very last day. So this designer series paper that I've used here, the Flower and Field designer series paper, it's going away forever. As well as a lot of other super fun projects in Celebration. And the other thing that's going away with that is when you join, you get 5 free packs of paper. That's going away too. So super sad, but this is a great deal. If you love everything, this is the way to go, because it's $99. You get $126 worth of products and 5 free paper stacks during Celebration that aren't even available yet. They're coming out in the new catalog, so that's pretty awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my newsletter. For those of you who are newsletter subscribers, probably got this morning. It was the butterfly bijou tutorial. I send out two newsletters a week, and they both have free card tutorials on them just for newsletter subscribers. You get a free one when you join, and then you get another one every other. I'm sorry, twice a week. You'll get more. So ideas, ideas, and more ideas. And don't forget, Paper Pumpkin for March is going to be the Here's to You kit. Everybody who purchased the Bouquet of Hope from me will get PPX videos. Everybody who purchases the March one will get PPX videos from me. There are 6 alternate videos that are over the top awesome. And my VIP club. You definitely want to check that out if you love stamping, because it is a great way to get free products, get great deals, get discounts on my kits, get free classes, multiple classes every month. So I love to fill you with ideas. Are you getting that? I love inspiring you. If you're new to my Facebook or YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out every week as well. So lots of inspiration here for you, lots of crafting ideas, and that is all I have for today. I will be back on Monday with some butterflies. Yay! So here's our projects. If you joined in late, be sure to pop back in the beginning after this so you can check out the beginning of our class. And I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend.